Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel.
Hey everyone.
This is Philip,
And I'm Julia.
Julia. We were going to come on here as we promised and explain a little bit about ourselves and how we met. So we met from a mutual friend at that time,
Yes.
which we will get to that story way later on in life
Yeah.
on the name of the person. So right now we're just saying mutual friend. Basically, the mutual friend would be on the phone with
All the time.
with Julia, and I'll let her explain that portion because she knows it a lot better than me.
Well, basically, I was just always on the phone with this person, and he was always in the background. Always wondered who he was, especially when he was setting picnic tables on fire.
Which
was
that was a whole nother story.
And then
we'll get to there.
But yeah, and then I was always on the phone with this person, and he was always with him. So one day it was Super Bowl Sunday, I believe.
Yes.
They were together, and this mutual friend had to go to the bathroom. This one
so happened to be sitting
there.
Show.
So he was like, "Oh, here, take the phone."
But also, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our page. So he handed me the phone.
Yes.
And at first I was like, okay, why not? So we started talking, and she was telling me a little bit about herself and how she had a daughter at the time with her ex.
Mm-hmm.
We won't say his name. And then I was going through a similar situation, but a divorce at the time.
We were both going through situations.
And I had 2 kids. So at that point, we weren't looking at any means of a relationship at that point.
No,
it was
we
just kind of like friends for sure. But also being able to talk about our issues at that time.
Yeah, there was definitely a connection there, but we were close. We were
close,
friends.
and I knew she had a lot going on, and I had a lot going on, and that mutual friend would always come to me and tell me that her and her ex weren't at that point of a breakup when it wasn't true. So I didn't want to push into a relationship or try to push her feeling like I was trying to move faster for her, right?
Yeah, I guess, but we weren't either.
Yeah, we weren't even
ready
at that
to go in a
point.
relationship.
Yeah, it wasn't even at that point. And then one thing led to another. Months later down the road, an opportunity popped up that she can explain better of how we actually finally met each other.
Well, I was supposed to fly down for a family reunion. The whole thing got canceled, and the people I flew down and stood with literally live right across the street from him, and we ended up just going to Disney together and then hanging out and just.
Wait, but you forgot a part. So my kids actually met her before me.
Yes,
because
I was in the pool and they jumped in with me.
Yeah, and so I came home and I didn't know she was there yet. So they called me to come over to the mutual friend's house at that point, and that's when we finally got to meet. And it's so wild. Like anybody that's gone through like a really long distance relationship, not even relationship, like a long distance communication and like connecting somewhat, I think, on a phone, to actually physically meeting that person, because obviously cameras are big in our technology that we live in now, so we were able to kind of see who each other look like, but it's hard to get a grips of like the butterflies and all that other stuff when you first meet somebody. It's easy to talk to somebody on
yeah,
the
it was
phone.
definitely different meeting in person.
Way different.
Definitely.
And finally getting to meet her daughter in person, because it wasn't like we put our kids on the phone at all right away. It wasn't something that we were trying to bring to light to them, because we didn't know really even where we were. We were just mutual friends and having a good time.
Yeah, but here comes the kids all the time joking about it. Like, oh my God, that's daddy's girlfriend. And I'm just like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And then those mutual friends who would make comments saying, oh my God, when are you going to make...
Like, when are you guys going to get married? And we're just like, dude, we're friends. Like, what the heck?
We're friends.
We were...
So we ended up going to do Disney. That was a trip in its own. That was definitely wild, because like, even though those mutual friends, we say our mutual friends really weren't like mutual friends, because they were horrible to her at that point, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to stop my hamster
Hold on.
and our cat from stealing my
We had a cat we have a hamster, and we'll tell you about the pets too. All that stuff's coming. So basically, long story short, that's the beginning process of us meeting each other, Disney, everything like that. And
yeah, just everybody wanted to know how we met because we've been together for so long, and
yes, and
we were long distance for a really long time.
And it was definitely wild. So we got to actually hang out in the physical form and actually get to meet each other, and our children got to meet each other. And I fell absolutely head over heels with Aaliyah right off the bat. Like Aaliyah, like if anybody knew Aaliyah and knew the kids, Aaliyah was definitely like a very how can you put it, lovable kid. Like she liked to play, she liked to have a good time. She was never really that type of shy kid where she would like be standoffish, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we had the opportunity during that trip to sit back and make, what was it, cupcakes or a cake or something.
Yeah, we were baking together, and she would ride on the lawnmower.
Ride on the lawnmower and that kind of thing. And then the time came where you had to go back to Jersey.
Yes.
And that was a little rough. I honestly, at that point, you start, I don't want to say falling in love, because we were so fresh into the relationship, but there was definitely something there to make us go, damn, like, when are we going to see each other again? And at that point, it was really kind of scary for both of us, because we were both going through so much at that time and not really knowing or understanding where that actually was going to go.
Yeah.
So anybody in a long distance relationship knows, like, that's like one of the biggest fears. Like, okay, now we've seen each other, we met each other, we're on the phone with each other, but we're 1,000 miles away, over 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
It's not like, driving 2 hours away. This was literally, she's in New Jersey City and I'm in Florida. So that is a massive difference. A lot of money involved in plane tickets and travel. The only good thing out of COVID, I would say, during our relationship was cheap. Tickets were cheaper.
During COVID, yeah.
During COVID. And that was probably one of the plus sides to it. Okay, and then jumping in to leave you in suspense, she did end up coming back, but that's going to be a whole nother video, guys. Sorry to break it to you. So please give us a thumbs up, share our video, and subscribe to our YouTube page, because we are going to go into part 2 of the next trip. And that is going to have a ton more of ups and downs, crazy and off the wall, I think, portion of the trip, because it startled me, because I didn't even know it was going to happen. So, thank you once again for watching our video.
Yeah.
Giving us a thumbs up, and hopefully subscribing and joining our family as we bring you into the life of the Daniels family. It gets crazy, trust me, because this is going on 8 years.
Yeah.
And we always make this this issue, like, we're usually way off. We always say 3. What is it? How many years married now?
Yeah, we were sitting there, we're like, yay, 3 years married. We've been married. Yeah, 4 years.
4 years.
Like,
4 years this woman had to deal with me as married. All right. Anyways, once again, love each and every one of you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for supporting our page.
And supporting Mr. Wolf.
And Mr. Wolf.
And Mr. Wolf.
I know it's a little off topic. We did have to take down Mr. Wolf. We had a ton of people come down and around the corners, driving in cars, walking, even a guy on a motorized scooter, just to come back and go, oh my God, you took down Mr. Wolf. Like, the impact that I think that it made to the community, I had no clue it would have done. And the sad thing is school hasn't even kicked in. It was a weekend.
So a lot of people don't know yet.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of the kids that every day make their parents come by the house just to see Mr. Woofy being taken down. So it is a little heartbreaking, honestly. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to shed a couple tears.
Like, our kids are really upset already. Like, our youngest was out there. I don't want him to go.
All because one bad apple.
Yep.
One bad apple on a tree
person is a jerk.
Has to reach out and make such a big complaint over something that literally did absolutely nothing other than just stand there like a statue like it was and made people happy. So it's pretty sad. I mean, did it make noise? Yes. Did we ever have it on since Halloween? Maybe 5 times that people have asked us to turn it on,
or our kids randomly asked us.
So it's not like it's running noise 24/7. It's not animatronic as in his arms and legs moving and him walking down the street. So for her to say that it was scary and intimidating, or how do you say that? Or
it was frightening.
Frightening is off the wall. It's crazy. So it was just another way of her being a miserable person that she is, unfortunately. And now it has to affect the community.
And now we have to take it down. And everybody, like, literally, it wasn't even down 5 seconds. And everybody's like, oh my God, it's gone. Like, where's the wolf?
Yeah. So we're definitely going to put him back up. So don't think he's gone forever. This lady is not going to get the upper hand by far means.
Sadly, he's gone for a few months, though.
So come Halloween, we will definitely have our Halloween back up and running, hopefully operational, even bigger and better next year, as always. But there's always hurdles, as of this year, we've had tons. So look forward to our Halloween. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep watching, because you never know what you're going to get, especially from me.
Yes.
Or her.
No.
On what we're going to give you for our videos. We're going to always just do pop-ups of just crazy things. She's always good at coming up with things to put on YouTube. And definitely going to have some food. And like I said, even if there's anything that you want to bring to the table that you want to see from us, then let us know. All right. Love you. Thank you. Anything left to say?
No.
All right. Remember, like I said, part 2 coming up. Keep watching. Like and subscribe.